Okay, so as everyone starts coming back, what we'll do is take a little bit of time just to share out on the story that you read, a quick summary, and what things you think that leader could have done differently. I'm tempted to just go in order with these. I know that's super boring, but I think we're gonna start with group one. So group one, I didn't tell you guys to designate a speaker, but surprise, who's it gonna be?
I can
Connor.
start. So, one is about Principal Peterson and his school and how he doesn't see the value of data, and because of his he sees data as cold and impersonal, so he doesn't see the value of it. He thinks it's just bureaucratic, so he's not using the data despite the fact that the school is collecting so much data, and because of that, um, the 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 rates are going down. Um, Solutions that we came up with. First, the leader has to change his relationship to data. He has to see the value of it. He may not see the value in it because, like our discussion yesterday at the keynote, um, he doesn't get down to that street level data. Perhaps he needs to understand the whole process of data. You start at the general, which may seem cold, but you have to understand the reason for that. The reason for it is to help the kids that you're working with. To help them, you have to go down to that ground level, see what's actually causing these rates to slip, whether it's attendance, like accessibility to the school, whatnot. Um, and when you understand that process and you start implementing that process, then you're going to start seeing the value in data. And it may not be just one person doing it, right? You need the teachers to buy into this. So when you set that culture, a data positive culture, you set that process, you set the layout, and the teachers can buy into it, and they can interact with the data and like the right data collect like that street level data in addition to the general level data that's guiding them. Um, then they can come up with solutions, start implementing those solutions, and seeing how the data can work for them.
Yeah, I
And
love
what
that. I
else?
love that you guys were able to connect that to the keynote yesterday also. It's so true that, if you can get your hands on that street level data, it feels a lot more actionable and a lot more valuable. So it brings in that connection. Cool. Anybody have any questions, comments, anything you want to add? Perfect. Let's go ahead to accountability and anxiety.
That might have been number two, which I don't think
Yes.
I ended up leaving that one because
Oh,
I was by
right.
myself. So
Thank you, Julie, for
yeah.
reminding me. You're right. Nobody did accountability and anxiety. Bummer. Number three, top-down destruction.
So what we basically had was a principal she was in the data, but she was more into telling everyone what they were going to do with the data and basically saying, making initiatives and professional development and all these things, but she was doing all of it in isolation. So we talked about how doing that in isolation actually undermines everything else you're doing. And while someone may be more knowledgeable about data, you have to be able to do this as a team and move forward because you have to have buy-in from everyone involved. And the more directive it becomes, the less successful your data is going to be overall in making those moves that you need to make.
Yes, that's a perfect explanation. It's got to be a team effort, and you're not going to get anywhere unless you have more people involved and bought into the process. So, good point. All right, thank you. Number four, collection without reflection. Should we have a
I can
four?
talk unless
Okay.
you want to, Karen. Um, just hop on if you want to add anything. So for hours, the principal was very passionate about the data and collecting it and making graphs and sharing it and giving all this data to the teachers. However, when they would do that,